We're looking forward to warmer weather and all that comes with it, including trying some spring-inspired recipes. So today we've brought in Susanna Berry for a little bit of help. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, I love coming here. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, it looks like you brought spring into the studio.
I did. I brought spring with me today.
Okay, so, when we start thinking spring, we start thinking, okay, healthy options. What can we do that's going to mix it up in the kitchen? And you've brought in some really delicious recipes that we're going to tell our viewers about.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want to start to access all those spring foods that are going to start growing and come to our farmers markets and things that we can have all healthy and make quickly and enjoy.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to get out to your farmers market. And if you've never been to a farmers market, or maybe you've only been to one locally, this is the time to kind of branch out and experience all the different farmers markets that we have in the area.
Absolutely. We have farmers markets all over the state of Michigan. We want you to visit all our different farmers markets. You're going to find vendors from everywhere. You're going to find things you just love.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what you brought on the table here, because I'm seeing a lot of pops of color.
Yes, absolutely. So one of our spring vegetables, it is a vegetable, not a fruit,
okay,
is rhubarb.
So many people buy rhubarb and they think, okay, I bought this, it's fresh, it's beautiful, what do I do with it?
Exactly. So rhubarb is very tangy. You want to cook it down. It mixes very well with strawberry.
Oh, okay.
And you can use it savory or sweet, which is wonderful.
Okay, so this right here, you actually have rhubarb in a drink.
I do. I love to do drinks. You know I love drinks.
I do.
So this is a rhubarb and strawberry slushy.
I've never heard of that before.
I know, it's kind of unique. And then in the end, all you do is pour a little salt over it. So you really make this wonderful, strong concoction of cooking down the rhubarb, the strawberry. You add a little bit of apple juice to it, and then freeze it. And so it's almost like this very slushy type of sorbet. Put it into a cup, and then just pour seltzer over it. And this one, I do have a little bit of my herbal vinegar in it. It just makes everything pop.
Okay, so this can actually be great for the kids, or it could be an adult beverage as well.
It could. You could add a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, a little wine perhaps.
Now you're talking spring.
Yeah, there we go.
So for someone who's never, ever cooked rhubarb, how long do you need to cook it to actually make it into a dish?
It does not take that long. You want to chop it up, and that's going to make a difference. Put it into a nice saucepan. You want it to be heavy because it will have a tendency to boil over onto your stovetop.
Okay.
And, just till it's soft, give it, about 10 minutes or so on a simmer on your stovetop.
Okay, well, you brought in something for me to taste here, so let's move to this as I'm tasting.
Okay, so this is a rhubarb chutney.
Okay.
So this is very spicy. It is sweet and spicy. Has a lot of different spices in it. Cinnamon,
That's
cumin.
what I have here.
Yes, that's what you have there. And this is a great condiment to go with your Easter ham, lamb, pork chops, potatoes, things like that.
It's very sweet, but there is kind of a kick in there.
There's a kick in there, definitely.
It's very good. I can see this over a lot of meats and hams, like you said. Perfect for Easter.
Perfect for Easter.
All right, I love this.
And that happens to be an award-winning recipe of mine. 2 years ago, I took first place with this recipe, food blogging overseas, and I got this wonderful rhubarb book for it.
That is beautiful.
Showing how farmers in England are forcing rhubarb so that they have it early.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I can see why that won, because it is very, very good. Okay, let's move on down, because I think during this time, we think vegetables and what can we do for a spread for vegetables? And a lot of people, they think hummus, but there are other healthy options out there.
Absolutely. So I have this beautiful green garden puree with me today.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful and tasty and healthy. So I took some nice spring peas. Asparagus will come soon, we hope. And just cooked that up and then mixed it with ricotta and then a lot of parsley and mint, some of our first herbs of spring that are going to come up.
Wow, you can really smell how fresh everything is here on the table, and it gets you excited to start experiencing and experimenting with different foods that you can find at your farmer's market. Before we dive into the dessert, because that's one of my favorites here.
Yes.
Okay, we've got to talk about your farm, because it's very unique and it's something that you started years ago, and it is really grown into something very special.
Very much so. So, of course, I have a love of herbs. It's something that I always did when I had a career, and it helped to calm me down. It was my hobby, and it just turned into so much more than that. So I love to cook with herbs. I love to show people how you can cook with herbs and the healthy options that you have with herbs and how you can taste and change the taste of everything when you cook with herbs.
One of the things I noticed every time that you come into our studio and I taste what you've brought in, I can taste so many different elements and so many layers. And that's something that you don't find often if you're just going and buying something easy, maybe a takeout to bring a dish somewhere. This is going to actually have a very savory, memorable taste to it.
Exactly. It's going to have a memory taste to it, absolutely. And it's going to have pop and zing, and it's going to be really healthy for you, too.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so we're talking healthy.
Okay.
Now we have chocolate. Where's the health come in here?
Okay, so this is a no-bake chocolate tart. I do have organic raspberries on top, but we have a secret ingredient. The sweetener happens to be maple syrup.
That's so interesting because we actually have an abundance of maple syrup right here in our state.
An abundance. We are a huge producer of maple syrup in this state, and we're having a very good year for it.
Okay, so this recipe and all of these recipes people can find where?
So I'm going to post quite a few of these recipes right up on my website when I get home or on my Facebook page. And I will have recipe sheets with me also this Saturday at the Fulton Street Farmers Market. I'm a vendor there, a winter vendor. And this Saturday happens to be the annual fundraiser, the soup event.
This is the biggest fundraiser for the Fulton Street Farmers Market.
It is. This is really important. We want everyone to come out and enjoy. There's going to be about 10 different soups, breads, apples, things like that. And come and check it out. It is the first of spring. We want everyone to come and experience it.
Yeah, that sounds like a great time. Okay, I want to move on down because Easter is right around the corner. And my mom is hosting, my husband's mom is hosting, and so we're going to both, but you also want to bring something. It can be food, but you also want to bring a little gift. And you have something that would be a perfect gift, and you actually make all of these.
I do. So we definitely need Easter baskets. Yeah. We all want a grown-up girl Easter basket. And I filled mine with all kinds of products that I make, healthy, natural, all my own recipes, things that I have used constantly over the years. I have herb rubs, herb teas, beautiful spritzes, hand sanitizers, all natural deodorant, thieves oil, very beautiful.
Wow.
And
all relaxation that you can give to someone as an Easter basket. I love that. People can find all of this and all of your recipes on your website.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. We love having you in studio. Okay, before we head to break, I'm going to do a little tasting. You going to taste with me?
Yes, I am.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And don't go away. We'll be right back.